Um, okay, okay. Okay, hi everyone, how are you? Good afternoon, I hope you're doing fine and you're having a really nice time in Medellin. For you that probably don't know where you are, where we are located, because probably it's the first time of some of you in Medellin. So for you to know, we are located in the north part of South America, just right here. And the state of Antioquia, this blue region you're seeing right here, represents around the 14% of Colombia's GDP. And specifically Medellin, that little point right there, I'm sorry with this. This little point right here represents around the 8% of Colombia's economy. That's Medellin in economical terms. Now, what we do in Ruta Ñ, or probably you have heard about this during the morning, this is part of our story. In 1900s, we were known as the industrial center of Colombia. And around 1974, we started having a crisis, an economical crisis, because our economy was so close to foreign competition that we didn't, were very competitive. So if you add to that the violence related to drugs in 1985, you will have a really important crisis because the legal economy was not performing that good and the non-legal economy was performing so good. So right here we had the worst case scenario. And in 1991, we were known as the most violent city of the world, right? For you to have an idea, we were, the homicide rates were 381 homicides per 100,000 inhabitants. That's a complete war. That's a complete war. That was 1991. And in 1991, Colombia, as a country, decided to open the economy. So we have an economy that was not performing good, a non-legal economy that was performing really good, and an open economy without getting the industry ready to face that. So this was our darkest days. Now, and in 1998, the manufacturing companies that were here were leaving the city. So we were training people to be part of an industry that is not going to exist. So we decided to transform our economy in 2001. And we decided that what we needed to do is to create a knowledge-based economy. That's why we started to create a new generation of entrepreneurs and startups to move forward to get that goal. And between 2003 and 2011, there were created around 3,000 companies in the city of Medellin. That's really good. But when you double-click that number, you realize that the great majority of those startups were startups to survive, not businesses that you can scale up. So that's why that is one of the main reasons why Ruta Ñ was created. Ruta Ñ was created in 2009 because we need to focus on high potential growth businesses. And this is our main purpose. What we need to do is to improve the quality of life of the people of this territory with science, technology, and innovation. And we have three main pillars that help us get to hit that purpose. And those pillars are to attract global companies, capital, and talent, to develop our innovators and entrepreneurs, and to solve with science, technology, and innovation the needs of our city. Probably you have heard about that during the morning. You will realize why is Colombia in the map now. Basically, Colombia is in the map because we have an IT industry that is growing a lot. And that IT industry that is growing a lot is the fourth largest IT industry in Latin America, after Brazil, Mexico, and Chile. Also, Colombia is now really well globally connected. We have around 11 submarine cables that give us the best broadband access provided possible at this time. And Colombia is also a country that is, we have exportations expertise. So when you see our local companies like Fluid Attacks, in example, they are exporting now to 7 different countries. You see companies, local companies like MVM, they are one of the main IT energy solution suppliers in Mexico. That's why Colombia is in the map now. And in terms of talent, Colombia is the 3rd largest workforce in Latin America and the first in terms of growth and training. Now, what happens in Medellin, right here in this city that we are right now? The first thing is there's a lot of companies coming to invest here, mainly from the IT industry. We have attracted so far 448 companies from 33 different countries. And mainly is because we have a really strong corporate sector. Out of those 8% that we represent in Colombia's GDP, let's say that 6 to 8 companies represent the 8% of that. I mean the 6% out of the 8%. And there's a lot of business opportunities here with these guys. But we want Medellin to be used as a platform. Obviously, we are an interesting market, but the size of our market is not that big. And the environment is really good to invest right now. Now, also we have an scalable talent pool. Just to give you an idea, out of those 448 companies that we have attracted in the last 10 years, 34% of those companies have more than 200 employees. And there's one success case from Argentina, that is Globant. Globant is more a Colombian company than an Argentinian company, because they started here in 2013 with 6 employees in Medellin, specifically at Ruta Ñ, our building. And now they have more than 2,000 employees in our city. That's a demonstration that you can scale up an operation here anytime. Now, also it's important to realize that we have the biggest young population of Colombia. And that's why we have more than 500,000 inhabitants between 14 years old and 28 years old. And that's why we are so attractive to foreign companies that are landing here to serve other markets. As well, we are an ideal location because we are really well connected with the Central Time, US time. And that means that you can solve problems in the IT industry at the same time that someone is working in the US as well. Also, in terms of quality of life and cost of living, the cost to live here is 26% cheaper than the capital city. And at the same time, the public transportation allows you to lose less time in traffic. Now, let's talk about crypto and let's talk about blockchain. So we have a study and a report that we call the Observatorio, or how do you say observatorio in English? It's like a repository of information. We have found some opportunities here that regarding our capabilities right now is really easy to take advantage of this. The first 5 options you see here is something we feel you can use and take advantage of in the short run. And we're talking about applications for mobile devices to perform person-to-person loans, virtual store for virtual currencies, platforms for collecting money with virtual currencies, software to authenticate before third parties, and software to verify identity, origin, and author, and web platforms for mobile applications for access and expert consultation. This is what we see huge opportunities in Medellin that you can take advantage of. Obviously, blockchain has a technology and crypto has a new way to produce money. Is so new that probably our financial system will present some resistance. But we're working on that because Sadly, with our past on drugs and violence, the financial system is not that open to this kind of new technology. So they have to really take care of the kind of money that is entering, that is getting into our economy. This is some of the companies that are working in these kind of solutions. So here I would like to highlight this one that is called Sept Software. These guys are performing so good, and these guys are trying to get more international. Also, to end up, I'll say, what do we do to help you grow here? What we say is that you can start a company anywhere, but you can grow from Medellin. What we offer is we offer talent. We go beyond just telling you that Medellin has a talent pool that is really interesting for you to take advantage of. What we do is we have a whole offer. You can take advantage of that. How? We can supply CVs. We can also give you funding to train the people that needs to be trained, tailor-made to your company, and you don't have to put one penny in the table. The only thing you have to give us is information, and we can take care of the rest. Also, what we do is we do a lot of events. We connected, last week we had the MD Talent Fair, where we connected 2,000 IT talents in one building. Also, what we do is we can set up training, recruitment challenges to fit your company's needs. And at the same time, we can set up training challenges to fit your company's needs. At the same time, we work a lot of networking. We have at least 3 weekly events so you can connect with peers, potential customers, potential allies, and potential talents. We do this 3 times a week. We have a market access network where you can find all the professional services you need to go international, to go global. And at the same time, we have some funding lines where you can get some funding without losing equity of your company. Right now, we are launching a strategy that is called the entrepreneurship route, where all the startups can get all the advisory they need at no cost. And that is starting to probably in the couple of months will be launched. And from the capital side, we are looking for new ways to fund entrepreneurs, and we are open to hear proposals. Also, we have the Smart Capital Network. The Smart Capital Network is basically we gather and we lead a network of capital or venture capital investors, family offices, and angel investors, so you can realize the best innovation projects before others. That network handles around $350 million in resources to invest in innovative projects. And we are ready to connect you with these guys. So now, in June 2021, Medellin was nominated as a special district on science, technology, and innovation. Probably you have heard about this during the morning. I can tell you for sure that this week is the last debate on the Congress and our Parliament to make this happen. It means that we're going to have better incentives so companies like yours can develop their operations in this territory. You're probably going to pay less income tax and other incentives related to hiring junior talent. These are some of the companies that have grown with us. They decided to grow with us. We have attracted 448 companies in the last 10 years. And we have success cases like Mercado Libre from Argentina, an example. They have more than 200 employees in Medellin. We have attracted companies like Globant from Argentina as well. They have more than 200 companies, 200 employees in Medellin specifically. And there's a lot of companies that are trusting in what we're doing. So we are ready to help you grow. And thank you so much for your attention.